Hello friends, welcome to Let It Grow Mondays. We're back here at the wonderful Let It Grow Foundation, out at our secret location. And you can't know our location until you come here and you volunteer. And just let's pan around and show you all our wonderful volunteers. Thank you guys for coming down and getting your hands dirty. Farmer Cliff, wonderful to be here with you.
Myron, everybody, a lot has been happening. Today we're going to look at our cabbages.
Cabbage.
There we go. We're going to show you how to harvest them. And then we're going to move on to spinach. Yeah, that's a little slug, and this is what you get in organic gardens. So you do get insects. Okay, that's what happens. You know? So if you don't have insects, you're probably doing something wrong.
Is that the normally the size, or are you just growing huge veggies here?
Well, Myron, as we know, that the better your soil, the better the
produce.
The produce, yeah. Exactly. So we put a lot of effort into the soil and looking after the soil and feeding it at the right time. And these are some great cabbages this year.
Amazing. And you always had this throughout winter, because we made that nice, we made that sauerkraut a little while ago.
Oh, that's right. I should have brought that in, actually.
Do you still have some of that?
Yes, I do. Incredibly, I do. Okay. Should have brought that today. This is a slug over there.
This is so heavy. Check this out. So you said this cabbage originates where?
This was from Living Seeds. They had the seeds.
Really?
Oh, that would be a nice jam in the morning.
Yeah, but I mean, where does this actually? Because that's the red.
Early Dutch. So,
early Dutch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
red acre, and that's early Dutch.
So obviously a Dutch cabbage.
Okay, so that's not you don't expect that when you planted them, and they've grown throughout winter. They are a winter produce. Okay. Remember, we fed our soil before we planted them. Now we're going to be pulling them out, using them, cooking with them. And then we're going to be turning the soil and getting it ready for spring planting.
Do you want to show our volunteers again what they're supposed to do for harvesting? I don't know if they were watching properly.
Okay, all right. So here we go. So we're going to remove the outside.
But now you're doing it, not me.
That's right. You can do yours over there.
Okay.
How about everybody choose a cabbage that they'd like to harvest?
There we go.
Everybody get in there.
So we take out and we take the outside leaves.
Take out the outside leaves.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There might be a bit of liquid and water, whatever. You get a feel. Hold the head of the cabbage. It might be that some of the big ones will rather need a knife. Okay. So let me show you first one way, and then we're going to show you another way, because here's the knife. So that's one way to do it, okay? Yeah, exactly. Almost like in the movies. Yeah. Okay, but that.
I think this one you need to put some elbow in the environment.
Yeah.
So yours will be a little bit big. So yeah, let me just exactly. There it is. There it is. That's it.
What do you do with the leaves that are left on the
ground, or the outside?
After harvesting the cabbage?
Good question. So a lot of the leaves would normally just go straight into our compost as a green layer. Remember, we use almost everything that comes out the garden goes into our compost and then gets put back on the garden. But lately we've got a great relationship with the horse stables across the road.
Nice.
And they like cabbage leaves, they like our old broccoli, things like that.
So
and and then we give it to them and they give us back their manure.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
we're getting it back.
Correct.
So we're getting this is going to turn into shit. We get the shit back and then
Turn into compost.
Go to compost and back in the ground.
Back into the soil, back into the plants for the next season, back into the plants that we feed those horses.
So it's everything. It's a full cycle.
There you go. Once we have that awareness to see the cycle, to see the whole thing in a broader picture, all of this becomes part of that cycle. Everything that we eat, how we digest it,
It's the oneness.
there we go.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Now we take all our good cabbage leaves, put them in the compost. That's where we're going next, everybody. Exactly using this this to make compost. This is biodegrading right now. It's turning from this.
So drive it all the way down and
Yeah, exactly. It'll take time and it'll keep it moist and stuff, but this is just leaf mold. You see the other compost have another form. Yeah,
Another form of...
And when this gets nice and high, we'll be able to see how it's degrading and breaking down below.
So if people don't want to do it this way, they can always do it this way. You make normal compost.
If you want to come in closer, we'll show you over here. This is a compost that we've already done a couple of months ago.
Right.
And now this is now breaking down very nicely. There's the side wall of it. So, and there's that mineralization that we want to get to. So we're going to put down our cabbages. You want to grab the other side of that?
So is it all about layering? Eh?
It's all about layering, yeah. So compost, you can just throw it in, somasua, but if you do it this way, you'll get it in a quicker time. So we're going to put it, all right, and now we're going to layer it. Green brown manure. And obviously, when the more time you spend with us, we put green brown manure, and then we put EM on top of the manure, because the EM, which is effective microorganisms, the same as in our gut, this is the food for that, and that's the whole process that breaks it down. So let's go and take this. Jace, I think you're going to have to help me there. Myra's not wearing the right shoes.
So we got green, we got brown, and we got manure. So let's quickly summarize. The green is the cabbage leaves.
Yep.
The
brown is the leaves.
The brown is the leaves, and then the black
manure is the horse
manure. And now we're going to do EMs.
Yeah, we don't have any EMs right now, unfortunately.
So we'll add it another time.
We would do that. That would be our
EMs
next
is your effective microorganisms. If you people don't know that, it's basically bacteria. Like we have our bacteria for our gut. This is bacteria for the biome of the soil gut. And you can also use EMs actually to clean better than soap. You can get an EM, you basically reduce it 1 to 10, you put it into a bottle, you spray your surfaces down, leave it for 3 minutes, and it's the real Mr. Mint. It cleans better than anything else.
It's a liquid form, yeah. We brew it up, we get it at a concentrate level, and then we brew it up with molasses and water in a jug. And once that is, the pH of that is dropped, then all the pathogens in it are dead. Then we use that inside here. So it's adding billions and billions of good microorganisms to start that process.
Bright lights, which is a varietal that comes up beautifully red and yellow, and it pretty much tastes the same as regular Swiss chard. It just is more colorful and adds beautiful color to your salads. And as we know, Ayurvedically, we eat colors. So we like to eat our food. We want to put an array of different colors, so that will help our body with self-healing.
Anyway, so what I'd like to focus in on is taking the outside leaves off. Here you can see it's a bit of a mishmash of things. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use my knife to trim out. The best way to do it would be like that. You don't want to leave any stalks, but I'm just going to remove these ones from the outside. And
so you always take them from the outside.
From the outside, exactly. You'll notice that there are always leaves, because there's more than one that grows next to each other. Because in a seed of Swiss chard, careful my knife, there are, in one seed there's multiple seeds.
So we're cutting from the outside so we can still carry on growing in the middle.
Correct. That's where the growth point is. The growth tip is in the middle. So all we're doing is just trimming on the outside and trimming between the two plants. We found that that's where the start of the powdery mildew and things like that would be. And then that's about all I would take off. I'd leave that to grow for the next time. Okay. Any small little shoots on the side, or known as water shoots,
carry on growing in the middle. Those middle guys will carry on growing.
The growth tip will carry on growing.
Growing.
Yeah, there we go. I'm just taking it from the outside.
So you're not going to get anything more on the outside.
So here is the stalks. This is the bright lights. Now we are going to, normally we'd use the stalks either in a compost, but today we're going to learn how to use the stalks in cooking.
Nice. Because Dylan really is a vegan, plant-based chef, and he's absolutely amazing, and he's going to really help us learn how to cook this stuff and how to eat this stuff. Exactly.
Yes, please. Everybody try and do exactly that. You're doing very good.
Chef Dylan, are you picking up the phone? I think you did it. So tell us what we're doing here today.
We're going to be doing some of the amazing produce that we got out of the garden. So we've made a salad, just a fresh salad with some cabbages and carrots, apples, sugar snap peas, garlic, lemon, olive oil, salt, pepper. Very simple, really tasty. Let it macerate for about an hour. That'll break down.
That's a nice word, macerate.
Macerate. Instead of marinate, marinate would be for
Macerate.
meats and things.
Macerate.
Macerating would be for fruits and vegetables.
Amazing new word. Love learning new things.
So there's cabbage and onions and some of the celery, and
my
we've got some
gosh.
tomatoes and cumin.
Is there
and
any way I
thyme
can
and
get a little
garlic
taste
and-
of that?
Well, not yet. It's still going, so
But
it's
not
going to
even at
take
this
a while.
point.
No,
You
not
don't
yet.
allow section.
No, that's it's got to get to the right level.
The parsnips and the garlic we're smelling.
That is it. And
Wow.
Kiara was just saying, isn't that meat?
It literally smells like
If only you guys could smell what we're smelling. Look at my, I'll take a smell and look at my face.
Rosemary, spring onions, salt, pepper. That's pretty much it. And just cooking it down into a stew.
Is this the cumin here?
That's a cumin there, so
Okay, that's interesting. So pass it down. This is cumin seeds. Now, what's cumin seeds? So we would grow
and
this.
It comes out of shit again, and then it's just one big cycle.
So yeah, this is the cycle, and by growing the produce, putting it into good food, nutritious food, and everybody eating that nutritious food, so it too helps the whole cycle. It comes together.
So thank you and Jason and Dylan and for the amazing work, because you guys are just getting out there and you're actually not talking about it, you're doing it, and just thank you so much. So I'd like to give Cliff a round of applause and let everyone say thank you. Cliff, Jason, Dylan,
Our garden, the Let It Grow Foundation, has really enjoyed you coming and sharing your time with us, and us sharing our experience of how to grow food.
thank you, Cliff, for hosting us once again in your beautiful laboratory here. Remember, guys, if you want to join us, we come out here every second Wednesday. So just comment in our socials. We'll get hold of you. Join us with some of our other volunteers. We're having the most awesome times. You can also get your hands dirty. You can also get your hands stuck in. And really, thank you. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and all those good things. And we got you. Let's get grounded.